Hi, my name is Dakota Kirchmeyer. I am in Professor Jon Ewing's World Religion class. Um, Today I'm going to be doing a video research project on Buddhism, its history, its belief systems, all of its people and everything. I do stutter a lot and I kind of have brain farts, just letting you know. So bear with me. Buddhism is the fourth largest religion in the world. It has approximately 500 million followers, and it originated in India. Uh, um, it originated somewhere between the 4th and 6th century BCE. When Buddha came into existence, he had created this religion as a way to help people be enlightened. And as a matter of fact, Buddha is not considered a god in the religion. He's just considered a man that was enlightened that people follow. So that is a big unique quality of it. Buddha is not really does not really have a certain set of gods. They believe in the nature of things. They believe in the way of life, like samsara, the wheel of life, but they don't really believe in a god necessarily. Buddha was their basic leader, I could say, but not their god. It was mainly practiced in India, but now it's practiced all over the world. It's around 7% of the world's population is practicing it as of now. The what makes this religion unique is that they believe in reincarnation. So like when you die, you don't move on to heaven or hell. You move on to the next thing that you're going to become. And sometimes it's a cow, which is like the most sacred thing, and sometimes it's like it could be like an ant or a bee or a fish. But they try to move on from the reincarnation. Like there's many people, I cannot remember the name right now, but there was one guy that tried to meditate. Let's see if I have it written down somewhere. But he was trying to meditate and trying to find an enlightened path out of reincarnation because he felt as if the reincarnation was a curse, that they didn't move on from life until they found a way out of reincarnation. So their biggest, the way they practice their religion is a lot of meditation. They meditate. They try to follow the middle way, which is not too strict and not too relaxed. It's all about perseverance and meditation, trying to move through life while treating everyone as equals. And that's another thing, is that everyone to them is equals. The only person above them is their priests and their monks, which their monks practice this religion like their life. It's basically all they do in their life. They memorize their scrolls. They memorize everything in their scrolls. They memorize their songs. Everything they have written down, they have memorized 100%. And I learned that from the Bhuyan temple that I went to. Their monks there, they had, I think she said they had over 100 scrolls that she had memorized, every wording, all of it, and memorized the practices, memorized the teachings in the scrolls, had memorized everything. I could recite it perfectly. So that was and that's something that the monks have to do. Now in that church there are only 2 monks. I think she said that there's only usually 2 or 3 monks in a Buddhist church at a time. So the monks, they're only vegetarians. They don't eat meat. They don't eat of the flesh. Now there are some Buddhist monks in the world that eat of the flesh, but it's because they don't cook or anything, so they just take what they're offered. but the ones that we met that they cook and all that, they only eat vegetables and vegetarian stuff. Um, Now the church that we went to, if it's like many of the Buddhist church, they had 4 services a day. Now one was really early; it was like 5 a.m. And then there was one at 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and then there was one at like I think it was 5 p.m. There was 4 services, and after those services, they would all convene into like a lunch together, and then after that they would go and garden together, and that was basically what they all did together. That was their way of life. That they were trying to help the samsara over there. They were trying to basically give to the nature like the nature would give to them. Um, their ethics is basically treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't don't get basically in my words, basically it's don't get stressed out. It's like don't take things personal, which I think it's a very cool thing to integrate into my life. And actually, most religions actually try to integrate stuff like that. Now I can't tell you 100% if that's where it came from. Is like if Christianity had, hey, treat everyone the same that you want to be treated. I don't know. I can't tell you if that Buddhism gave that to them, or if um, that the love unto each other, or whatever you want to say. I can't tell you if Christianity or Taoism or what's another one. Anyways, any other religion took that from them. All I can tell you is that all the religions when they could learn something from each religion. I think a lot of religions could learn a lot from Buddhism, because the way that it makes people feel is like if you feel the same as each other, then your life is pretty good. I mean, if I felt the same as the next person to me, and I knew that we were on the same level, and he didn't think he was better than me, I feel like I could get along with everyone a lot easier. And so their rituals, they're pretty simple. I mean, it's just a lot of meditating and singing, and the singing is actually it's very nice. I mean, I didn't really understand everything that they were saying when I was experiencing it, but it was really calming and soothing. Honestly, like I felt enlightened just watching it, and I would love to watch it again. I was very interested in it, and if I knew how to do it correctly, I would do it constantly, because I think it would help me relax a little bit and take some stress off my heart. But yeah, I think it was pretty simple. That it's kind of like a regular church service. Like with Christianity, you go to church, you read from your Bible, you sing, and then you talk about either the story from the Bible, or maybe personal experiences with life. And that's basically what it was. And I mean, I couldn't really understand what was going on at the moment, but I did have someone explain to me everything that was going on, and she was talking about her personal experiences with life. They were talking from a book, or not a book, a scroll, and giving basically their enlightened teachings, and it was really cool. And then when they came to do the offering, they'd have pictures of basically Buddha and the other monks of Buddha basically up on the wall that you would bow to every time you would get close to putting the offering. You'd bow towards them. You'd bow towards the big picture, the one on the right, and then you come back and bow towards the monk, and then go back to your seat. And it was really cool, because the way they bow, or not the way they bow, the way they meditate is you would stand up, and then you would go on your knees and put your hands face up with your head on the pillow. So kind of like a not a servant, I don't want to say that, but like a low class citizen bowing to a king. But you're not bowing to a king, as you're lowering yourself to make sure that everyone else knows that you're on the same plane with them. So no one's above. Like I said, the only people that are above are the monks. The other things that make this religion honestly unique is just it's the rebirth and their form of nirvana. Now, like I said, when you get rebirthed, you can become something really sacred like a cow, or something not so sacred like an ant. But when you get to that last part of rebirth, when you finally are able to move on, you get to nirvana, which is kind of sort of like the heaven of Buddhism. It's the ultimate paradise where when you follow the middle way and you meditate and you're enlightened perfectly, is when you finally get your own personal slice of heaven, basically. And I say that because I don't know how to explain it in the Buddhism sort of way, so I'm explaining it in my way, which is Christian, and nirvana would be heaven for me, basically. Other than that, I think I covered basically everything. Honestly, I think this is one of the best religions next to Christianity. I think this is one of the best religions. I think there's a lot of stuff that I could take from it and probably make my life 10 times better if I integrated it with my religion. So, my main, okay, honestly, I just paused so I could try to make a call to my professor. So I don't remember where I stopped. All I know is I was gonna finish. So yeah, this is my research project on Buddhism. Thank you for enjoying it. Yes, thank you.